Van's really good. He can scramble. He's got great power. So I think he's really talented. But I just have a feeling I think Tetsuro's going to get it done. I think Tetsuro's more battle tested, more experience, and really good.
Do you see him getting a submission? How do you see the fight going down?平vs Van, it was officially announced. It's actually very soon.
Insane.
I think the same day as the Ryzen card. It's in the morning.
Yeah,
but
it is. Yeah, I mean, that's good timing. I guess like everyone can watch Taira become the first Japanese world champ on the train ride to the stadium.
That's true.
Like, I think it's exciting. I mean, maybe this will come back to haunt me, but I have a good feeling. I think Tyra's going to get it done, and I think a lot of people in Vegas think he's going to get it done too. So I think there's a lot of support,
Yeah, he has to be the favorite in this match.
Van's really good. He can scramble. He's got great power. So I think he's really talented. But I just have a feeling I think Tetsuro's going to get it done. I think Tetsuro's more battle tested, more experience, and really good.
Do you see him getting a submission? How do you see the fight going down?
Yeah, maybe a submission or like a TKO, like kind of a locked up position. I mean, like it also could be very boring. Like, I mean, Tetsuro could get a hold of him and maybe out push the pace and not submit him. It could be a boring match, but I think that, yeah, so decision or not decision, I don't know. I think that, Josh Van's training hard for this fight too, so he's going to be in good shape. I would think we're going to see like a pretty exciting fight, like maybe something similar to a Pantoja and Moreno fight, if you remember those. Where it's just high pace for 5 rounds and you really get to see everybody's true colors.
That would be, interesting. I do hope Taira gets the win, but Van, I don't know, the guy's so lucky. So that's all I can say.
You got to think too, though. Like one thing that I would say, I have no idea what Tyra's camp is doing. He's up in Denver, super high elevation, and he's fighting in Miami. Miami's at 0 elevation, so I think that he's going to come out hot and ready to fight. He's going to come out hard.
Training in elevation. Have you ever experienced that? Did you feel massive difference?
Massive difference. Now, I don't think it lasts. So, like for example, if you train at elevation for a month, and then you go to a new city for a week, I think that it actually wears off, like physiologically, it doesn't last. But I think you have a window of like 72 hours, basically.
That's pretty short, huh?
It's pretty short, yeah. So I think like for the true benefit, but that's for like maybe oxygen in your blood. I do think that there's a training advantage to getting used to high elevation because you learn to push through different mental barriers in my mind, and you kind of build a big capacity like for oxygen and for stamina. So who knows, even if he's not up in Denver right now, if he did some camp there, I think it's going to help him.
Elevation training. Well, it's a must if you're going to fight at high elevation, right?
Oh, for sure. You got to acclimate. Like if you go fight in Mexico City, like you should go a month before for sure.
But some fighters don't. Am I correct?
Yeah, because they can't afford it.
That's a nasty disadvantage.
Yeah. I mean, it's expensive, because I think like the promotions generally cover like a week of your stay, maybe in a hotel. And so like you'd have to pay for the rest or get a sponsor to pay for it.
Yeah, I guess you just have to bite the bullet if you can't make it out.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, there's other things like, the UFC has like an elevation room. Like you can train in a room that will like simulate elevation. So, and I think you can also like sleep in a hyperbaric chamber and like also change like the elevation levels in those and stuff. So, I mean, that's pretty common in the States.
Right. Does it actually work just sleeping at high elevation?
Yeah. So, I mean, they say actually like ideally, I was reading a book by Joel Jameson actually, and I was then talking to a guy that I guess had worked with him, and he was saying that it's actually better to train at a lower elevation but sleep at a high elevation.
Yeah, I remember something like this. Yeah.
So I mean, it's hard to say because I don't know if we've ever seen like a perfect example of this. Anyways, I think that Tetsuro is going to be on fire, and my prediction is Tetsuro wins. I think we're going to see the first Japanese champ.
Okay.
MyMoods は absolutely no drugs です。つまり安心して吸えるポッド系ベープです。今日は僕のミュージシャンの仲間にMyMoodsを味見してもらいます。操作もめちゃくちゃ簡単で、ポッドを差し込むだけで吸えます。
ありがとう。
面倒なボタン操作もなし、気分によっていつでもフレーバーを変えられます。本体もタイプ C 充電で繰り返し使える。
いただきます。
しかも15分ほどでフル充電。
スムーズ。
超美味しい。なんか嫌な感じじゃなくて超美味しい。お菓子みたいな感じ。
味がいいですね。
Flavor so good and the smell.
水蒸気なので有害な成分であるタールが含まれていない上に匂いもつかないし、着色の心配もありません。キスも欲しい。
これを入れるだけ。
これ何味？
アクアっていうや
ただきます。
そしてクーポンコード FT30 を適用すれば最大 45% オフでゲットできます。
でもすごいライチっぽくて美味しいです。That's really yummy.
ぜひ概要欄から MyMoods をゲットしてください。
Anyways, I think that Tetsuro is going to be on
Yeah.
fire, and my prediction is Tetsuro wins. I think we're going to see the first Japanese champ.
Okay. Yeah, that's exciting. And then I guess if Taira gets the win, the winner of Horiguchi versus Cape, which in my opinion is kind of like already decided. I just want to see that as well. So I'm a little bit biased towards that, but the winner would challenge Taira. So you could potentially
No,
see.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh,
I
you
think
don't?
It would be Pantoja. Pantoja will go before either of them.
Oh, yeah, damn it. I forgot about Pantoja. You're right. You're right.
I
Okay.
think Pantoja's no matter what, I think Pantoja's next for the title.
It's sure. Whenever he comes back, he's going to challenge for the belt.
I wouldn't be surprised though. Like, well, I don't know. They would, unless somebody got hurt. Like, for example, if Tyra won but he was injured, maybe they would do like an interim belt with Pantoja and whoever. But maybe I doubt it. I think Pantoja's been the champ for so long; he deserves to get a title shot.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I totally forgot about Pantoja. And he should be coming back, I don't know, but definitely towards the end of the year, he should be back, right? So
I think he says he's ready. Like, I think he's said he's all ready to come back. You know, so I don't know how long it would take. I guess like. I wouldn't say this is probable at all, and this is just how my mind works, so I could be totally wrong, but I think if Van or Tetsuro are healthy when they finish the fight, maybe we'll see them on the White House card versus Pantoja. I've heard that there's a chance of another fight being added to the card.
Okay.
I have no idea if that's true, but if that is true, that fight makes sense to me.
I would love to see that Taira at the White House card. Well, versus anyone would be cool, but Pantoja, yeah, that's a dope fight.
I put out a tweet, like I mean, it was kind of like a joke tweet, I guess, but I really thought we were going to see a Japanese guy on the White House card, just because like it's been a big deal, like in just U.S. media about our relationship with Japan, and you know, Japan and America's working together so much now, and you know, politically. So like, I thought we'd see a Japanese guy on the card, to be honest with you.
Maybe Horiguchi and Cape would slide in there. Who knows?
That would be a great fight for the White House card. Actually, that'd be a great fight.
The White House card, yeah, you mentioned the White House card, but I mean, there were like 2 fights that really interested me, but the rest were kind of disappointing for this massive, you know, I was expecting more, if that's not too much to say, but
yeah, but I guess like I don't know, like I don't think they're gonna let any fighters fight that have a criminal record, and I think a lot of fighters have criminal records. You know?
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah, for sure, that's a thing. Like,
okay.
For sure, the White House is like, I mean, that's a privilege and an honor to be able to go. That's like the most highly secure place. Plus, the president's going to be there. Like, there's no way they're going to have anybody.
Okay, but if John Jones, the negotiations went through, he would have made it to the White House, right? He has a criminal record, I believe.
Who knows? I mean, I'm sure all of it can be waived and like reviewed. I'm not saying that that's like the end all be all, but I'm sure just like generally speaking, like, I mean, John Jones isn't on the White House card.
Sure.
McGregor's not on the White House card. McGregor
yeah.
has a criminal background. I don't know. It'd be interesting to look into the guys that are fighting on the card and see if any of them have any sort of run-ins with the law, because I don't think that I know of. I don't think that they do.
How was Tuporia's legal problems with his ex-wife? I guess that's a little bit different, huh?
I think it's just a divorce.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that like that's not like a legal.
I guess
like
so.
I mean, it's a legal case, but I don't think that's like it's not criminal. So
Right.
I think it's probably like criminal infractions. You know.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit different than McGregor and John Jones. It's quite
I
a
mean,
bit
for
different.
example, like if you like try to go into like the U.S. military, like you have to report everything to include like driving too fast. You know, like if you get a ticket for driving too fast, like that's still like it could be considered criminal in America, which I'm sure it could be in Japan too, like if you're driving too fast. But so that's something that's considered for a handful of different things that you could do. So
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's like kind of my feeling is like why we didn't see a lot of the guys on the card is like maybe they have teams that have criminal background, or maybe they did. I would guess, but I have no clue.
Right. It's an interesting theory. But yeah, Geiji and Tuporia is a very interesting fight. I'm happy Tuporia's back.
I think Topuria is going to get it done.
Yeah.
And I think Poetan's going to get it done.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't even know who the other fights are. Oh, Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. That is a crazy fight.
Okay.
I think that's the best fight on the card, actually. That's a crazy fight. Steve Garcia, have you ever watched him fight?
No.
Look up his fights. He's incredible. He's a monster.
Okay. So that's another one that's on the White House. That's interesting.
I think O'Malley would be a boring fight, to be honest with you.
O'Malley, yeah, he got name value, but his fights, well, not of recently, are very like entertaining.
I don't think the matchup's very good. I think like his opponent's very good, but I don't think their styles clash very well. I think it's going to be like a lot of O'Malley chasing after his opponent.
Is there anything that's like exciting in the UFC besides this White House card going on? Is there anything like going on over there that you can share with us?
Yeah. I think, one thing, like questions that have been going around out here is like you're seeing a lot of the same fighters being rebooked. And like, so they came out and the UFC announced fights all the way out until like June, I believe. And they announced all of their like headline fights, and I think they're starting to fill them in with like probably, fighters from those regions. I think one of the Road to UFC winners just got put on to Perth, like after the big announcement of Perth was made. So they've already announced like the big fights that are popular, like the showcase fights. And they're filling them in, but you're seeing a lot of guys being rebooked that are like active. Like look at Charles Johnson he fought Alex Perez not long ago, and then he just fought this past weekend against Bruno Silva. You see Alex Perez has fought many times, and I think twice this year, and one of his fights was in December. I actually missed cornering his fight because I went out to Japan for that, or I was in Japan during that time. So he's very active. Diego Lopez booked back-to-back. He just fought Volkanovski, Carlos Prates, Cody Brundage. Like all of these guys are getting rebooked. It seems like there's a lot of talent out there that's just not getting fights.
Right. So I guess the question would be why?
Yeah, I have no idea. Are they saving them? Are they trying to get rid of them? I have no clue. I have no clue. Because the other thing you're seeing is a lot of like Dana White Contender Series winners are fighting. Are they trying to keep the current stars active and the current guys that are putting on excited fights active and then wash out the rest of the roster? I mean, I don't know.
But in that case, if that was true, wouldn't they just release those fighters?
Maybe, but I guess there'd be no rush to release them because like if something does come up, they can just offer them a fight. Like, hey, you got to fight now. And so it gives them like the power to do that, I guess. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm missing something and I don't understand the situation, but it definitely is strange. It's something that, some of my fighters and I have been chatting about. We're kind of surprised about it.
Yeah, because I guess it kind of makes sense because Kai hasn't had a fight in quite some time as well. So he would be one of those guys that haven't been booked to fight. Yeah,
if I had to guess, he's probably going to fight on Perth or Macau. I would guess. I'd be really surprised if he's not on Macau. I mean, and again, I have no clue. Yeah, if he doesn't fight by the end of May, I'm kind of surprised, but who knows? Maybe they got something big for him in June, July, or August, but that's about a year where they'd be a year off,
Yeah. So that's an interesting point you mentioned. It's true.
And they're pretty booked up. Like the bantamweight division's like pretty booked right now. And like, who would he fight? I have no idea. And there's just weird things happening. Like, did you watch the fight? One of the Boshrot brothers won his fight against the guy that missed weight, and they cut both of the fighters. They released them both after the fight.
Right. Okay.
So it's just like, I don't think anybody has a clue.
Right. I mean, the UFC, sometimes they do weird stuff like that. Like Mokaev, he beat Cape, and then they just released him, right?
Yeah, but he like headbutted Cape.
Oh, that's right.
He caused like problems outside of the fights.
That's right.
So I don't think that any of these other guys have. But I mean, listen, I'm not mad. My guys are fighting. They're staying active and making money, and we're enjoying training. So I can't complain. I guess that's like the benefit of living in Las Vegas. We're right at the PI. We train there every day. So I think it's a real blessing that we have. So I don't know. But it is something. It's interesting. And I think guys in the States are taking notice of it.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of changes in the UFC, right? Like they went to Paramount. So yeah. Who knows what happens.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So again, I think you're going to see like in Perth and in Macau, we're going to see more Chinese and Korean and Japanese and Australian and guys from New Zealand. I think we're going to see those guys fight. I think because it just makes sense. Like when guys go to Mexico, they put a lot of Mexican guys on the card. So I think we might see some, guys pop up. I think it'd be, Rinya Nakamura is hurt, I think, right? What about Ray Surya? Is he hurt?
He's not hurt. He's training, and they're kind of just waiting, I believe.
Yeah, so I think we haven't seen him fight in a long time either.
I think he got booked once and then he had to pull out because of like something happened to his eye. So
Okay.
now he's just waiting. He recovered and now he's waiting.
Was he a road to UFC winner?
Yeah, he was a road to UFC winner.
Oh, that's impressive. Yeah, just a lot of interesting matchups. I think because Ray lost his last one, didn't he?
Yeah, to Van. That was his last fight.
Oh, his last fight was Van. Okay. Yeah, it'd be good to see him fight. Who was Rinya's last fight?
I don't remember his opponent, but I remember he won with
He won, right?
yeah, he KO'd him with the body kick.
Yeah, I mean he's exciting. He's on a good win streak, or I think his only loss was to Muin.
Yeah, that's correct.
I think so. Yeah, I think I want to see him fight, and I guess everyone's kind of excited to see who they give to Kai.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we probably wouldn't know his name until the fight's announced, but that's okay.
Yeah, for sure. I have a feeling I know who it is if he does get offered. I do have a feeling.
Be careful on Twitter, Billy.
Yeah, I know.
Don't spill the beans.
Because all of you people get angry at me. I might just delete my Twitter, honestly. I probably should.
Ah, dude, don't. Just put out tweets and delete them and they'll spread more.
I think it's hilarious, though. Twitter is just, it's so funny to me.
Twitter is pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy platform.
Yeah. We'll see. And I like to stay involved in Japan because, Japan's always going to be a part of my life. I'll be in Japan quite a bit.
Yeah,
in the
dude.
future,
Hopefully we could do one of these in person when you're around.
Yeah, let's get one when I'm in town. Maybe it'd be cool. What if we get like a guest fighter on there?
Yeah, we could do that. Who would you want to talk to?
I don't know. Someone that makes it fun and exciting. We got to be a little bit controversial, right? That's what makes everything entertaining.
Shit. Yeah, I guess so. Well, who would you want to talk to?
I don't know. Who are some good ones? Who are some good guys?
Well, I don't know. Do you want controversy with you and the fighter, or like?
Oh no! I'm not chasing the whole fighting thing. I'm not trying to fight in Ryzen or anything. I mean,
Right.
That ship's kind of sailed, so I don't. I'm good. I'm just trying to focus on my UFC guys, but I do like the fun of it, and I think there's quite a lot of fighters in Japan I'll continue to work with. So
we can get you and Ren. That would be dope.
Yeah, Ren would be a fun one. We could do Ren.
Ren would be good, right? Because you have that whole story of trying to fight him at the club.
Yeah. Yeah, Ren would be a good one. I think, for controversy, maybe Ren is actually probably the best. Yeah, or just a fun one. I don't know if Hiroya would do one with us. Hiroya would be fun.
I like Hiroya, so that would be cool.
He's the best. Hiroya is awesome. But anyways, yeah, let's do it. When I'm in town, let's definitely get together.
Let's set something up.
Cool, man.
All right.
If you got anything else for me, or is that it?
No, that's cool. Thank you again for making the time.